next year,
May
Joe,
of 2002.
Yeah, Joe called Dad up and wanted to see if me and Philip wanted to go with him. And so me and Philip, we decided, sure, why not? So we went ahead and we went with him, and we drove to Crosbyton, and we took Joe's truck up there. And we were driving up to the new site, and we were all kind of excited because you go through that much driving, you want to actually get somewhere and start working or do something. And we got, I don't know, an hour away from the site, and then I don't know who called Joe. I think it was Pete, Big Pete, Peter DeRosa, called Joe and was saying that Ken Ham had a TV crew out there videotaping, the dig, and because they had homeschoolers up there before we got there, the DeRosas did, and so they told us that we couldn't come for like 3 days, 3 days. So we went over to. I was told, I never saw him. I never saw his video. I never saw anything like that. But, I didn't see him there. And so we went over to Judy's place, Three Springs Ranch, where Carl's dig is, and we camped out there for 3 days. And then we went over there when Pete said that Ken Ham wasn't there anymore, or his film crew wasn't there anymore, because Pete didn't want to run off Ken Ham because Pete said that he could fund, or he's Ken Ham. He's got some money behind him. It's a big organization, so it'd be nice to have his support. So we went over there. We started the dig, and I think when we started the dig, they were telling us what all they found on the dig, which they didn't find. They found the homeschoolers pretty much what they were there for. They took off overboard the dirt above the dinosaur, but they didn't actually excavate anything. They didn't take out any bones or anything. It was all there when I got there, and from when I was there last year. And that's the homeschooler group that Doug, or the DeRosas, took up. And so we got there, and then we went, we set up camp, set your tents. And we went up there to check out the site, see what needed to be done. And Mark was telling us about something they hit with a shovel. Well, I don't know if they hit it with a shovel, but they found something. And it was, this small cluster of bones. So, you can't really tell what it is till you actually dig around it.
How, was it about felt like that?
Yeah, it was, I think there was 3 different points or something that was sticking out. Or maybe it's just, 3 different points. It wasn't all together. It was kind of, nothing's ever perfect. You don't ever find, well, sometimes you, but extremely lucky. You don't ever find like a full, like femur or something without, there being fragments of bone around it, because that's what leads you to it. And so we found fragments there. And so we started digging, and I don't remember the days that we found stuff. We started digging on the site. We set up a grid, put the generators in place, got all that stuff going. And we took out, well, we started working around the jacket that was still there to get that out, and then we started digging for more stuff, see what we could find. And we took out a jacket here, a jacket there, different bones. And I don't remember what day it was. It was the end of the, when we hit, or when we found, or we figured out what those cluster bones was. We dug around those, and we found that we figured out, well, these are verts, vertebrae. So we didn't know if they were tail vertebra or neck vertebra. It'd been really nice if they were neck vertebrae, because that means the head will be somewhere in that area. It'll be somewhere, because if it was neck vertebra, if they're leading down, that means the head would still be down here under all the dirt, so it wouldn't have been spoiled or touched or anything. If there's tail vertebra, then the end of the tail will be. And
but you'd already taken his tail out, right?
Well, not all of it. We took about the center part of it out, but I don't think we ever found the tip of the tail.
Oh, I see.
They might have found it since, but not that I was there. We dug down, and then we found the verts, and we were digging. Keep going down after the verts. So Joe told me to get a pickaxe well, he didn't tell me to get the pick, but he told me to take down. Because we were real close to the hill, so we had to take off all the overburden over here so we could get under here. So he told me to start taking off the overburden right there. So I was, hacking away, and then time went by, and then I hit something on the. I hit a piece of bone. I was like, crap, you don't want to hit that. And it flaked off, a little piece on the, and so Joe was like, well, stop real quick. So he started working around, and then a little while after that, he started digging around it more and more, and it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then he figured, this could probably be the skull, but don't tell anybody, because don't get their hopes up, and then like all of a sudden let them down real hard. So he's like, well, if this is the skull, you should find the bottom teeth, the back teeth. He said about like 18 inches down from the tip right here would be, it depends on how big the animal's head is, but you should find the back tooth. So we dug down about 18 inches, and then he found the back shiny tooth, and everybody's face got all bright. And
Joe said he had tears in his eyes.
yeah, everybody's pretty happy. Well, because that's something you don't find. Like Joe, he's dug on everything, but he's never actually found something of that quality. That's a good find, because you find a skull of anything is impressive, but an Allosaurus, that's impressive. A complete skull, that's really impressive, and that's like the pinnacle of your career right there, to get to work on something that nice. It's kind of like when the Larsons found Sue. They're like, that's right, and the government took it away from them. But so we dug around it, and we everybody's all happy, and so we kept digging around some more. Then let's see, I think that's the last thing we took out, was the skull, the last jacket, because we took out the set of verts that were leading up to the jacket, which turned out to be the neck vertebra. We took those out so we get more to the skull.
Now, do you know much about the email that Joe wrote to?
When we hit the skull, he went to the Forbes house, and he entitled the email like "Raising the Allosaur," and he told him it was like a field report, to tell him what's going on, because he was putting forth. I think he was putting forth the money. I think that's why he was involved. And so, yeah, entitled it "Raising the Allosaur," and told them what happened, what they found, what they can do, all sorts of stuff, everything you'd want to know. And so we went out to eat that night at Macedonia, and we
Didn't they celebrate your finding it?
yeah, they bought me a steak. Dana did. That was the prize. Get a free dinner if you find the skull. So it was nice. You didn't have to pay for it. And so anyway, we hit the skull, took out the verts in front of it, we dug around the skull, we plastered it, we turned it, plastered the other side, being real careful, and we turned it onto a hood, I think, of a car, and then we strapped it down to the hood. No, wait, no, it wasn't a hood, it was a pallet, because if we would have slid back.